Hello and welcome to the Daily Moth. Today is Monday, September 18th. And you ready for the news? As of right now, there's another dangerous hurricane forming named Maria. Right now, she's sitting at a Category 3, and she's close to the Leeward Islands. She's going to go right off the coast, and she's said to become a Category 4 with 150-mile-per-hour winds as she hits Puerto Rico head-on. This Wednesday when she's supposed to hit. Now, people in Puerto Rico are getting ready for some catastrophic damage, getting ready for electrical systems to go out and all the power to go out. And it's said that people that live in low-lying areas are told to leave or they could die. However, there are 450 shelters that are set up and ready for people to be a safe place. It's going to be tough on Puerto Rico. After Puerto Rico, it's said to hit the Dominican Republic and go right off there. Hit a small island, Turks and Caicos, that Friday. But it's not supposed to hit the U.S. It's supposed to go right off the coast back into the Atlantic. But the Puerto Rico and the islands are going to get some major damage. Now, there's also Hurricane Jose forming. He's only a Category 1. And he's in the Atlantic right now in New England. And he's just kind of going off the coast. And he'll stay there for a few days and then just kind of dwindle away. They should be ready for a lot of rain and wind, maybe some flooding, but that's about it. Now, yesterday in France, there's 4 American students that were studying from Boston College over there. Now, they entered a train station, all 4 of them. There was another woman said to be 41, and she had a water bottle, but in the water bottle there was acid as she threw it on them. Now, out of the 4, 2 of them were severely injured. They burned their eyes. The other 2 were just scared, but all of them were taken to the hospital. Now, out of the 4, one of them named Michelle Kurg, she posted on her Facebook explaining what had happened. Said all 4 of them were immediately taken to a local hospital and they will make a quick recovery. And said people should pray for the person that attacked them. The police stated that the person that attacked them had a history of mental health issues. As of right now, all the girls are staying right there in Europe. Now, on the other note, in Arizona, there was a father who had a birthday party in his backyard for his son. Everybody was playing, having fun, when a rattlesnake slithered into the yard. The father saw the snake come in. He alerted everybody and told them that he will catch it and then he'll cook the snake. The father proceeded to go get a hold of the snake and was able to take pictures. However, he didn't have a good enough grip and the snake got loose. Bit him 2 times, once in the chest and once in the face. The name of the father is Victor. And he told everybody that he needs to immediately go to the hospital, to the emergency room. Because in the past, he was bit by a snake, and he knows how serious it can be. So as he arrived, he was sedated. And there was a tube that they inserted through his throat to his chest cavity, because the venom can make his throat swell, and he wouldn't be able to breathe. Now, he was given antivenom 26 times. And he was sedated for 5 days. Now, the tube was still in place to make sure he was breathing because he was still swollen. Now, even though he woke up, he still stayed in the hospital. But he said that after this experience, he'll never play with snakes again like that. This morning in New York City, there was a tour bus that was driving down the road and it was speeding. Turning on the same street, there was a city bus that was coming. And as it turned, this tour bus T-boned the city bus. It said that the driver of the tour bus is dead. And then one man, old 55, on the city bus is dead as well. And one woman who was walking on the sidewalk, she was struck by the collision and is dead. So in total, 3 people had died from this accident. 16 of them are hurt, 6 of which are critically injured. So the police were investigating everything that had happened. And the bus had crashed into a restaurant and a T-Mobile store, causing some damage to the building as well. Now, the mayor had said he was shocked by what happened. It was painful for him to see all the people that died and that were injured. Now, it was said that the speedometer on the bus was reading 60 miles per hour. But on that street, the speed limit's 30 miles per hour. That's just crazy. Now, last week on Friday in London, one person had put a bomb, a homemade bomb, in the subway. He left it there, and when it went off, fire and smoke started filling up the car. It hurt. At least 29 people were injured. Most people just had flash burns. Nobody was seriously injured. Now, the bomb was put into a bag. And the way it was designed, it was made to go off to hurt people. But there was a second bomb on the inside that was stronger, but that one failed to designate. So there's 2 suspects, that 118 and 120, that was old 21. So they're both refugees, one from Iraq and one from Syria. They both moved a few years ago when they were younger. Both of them stayed in the same foster home with an old couple. Now the police taped off that home so that they could investigate the weapons and everything on the inside, and how everything on that side of things influenced what had happened. Now, the 18-year-old suspect was ready to leave the country on Saturday when he was arrested. He was waiting for a ferry to arrive so he could leave. Now, the 21-year-old was identified, and his name is said to be Yahya Faraka. And he was living on his own, but he was working at a restaurant. And when his shift finished, the police came and they arrested him. And the 2 of them were taken